Okay, we're picking the garlic this season, and we have here. This is all Italian music garlic, gourmet garlic, and normally we have a bed lifter on the back of the tractor that lifts this whole thing up about a foot and breaks the ground up. But we just got some really heavy rains last night, so I could pretty much pull them out by hand like this. And as you can see, you clean the mud off, knock the mud off the roots, scrape the mud off the bulb here like this, and then okay, this is a freshly picked Italian music gourmet garlic right out of the ground. I clean the mud off as much as possible, just wipe it off like this. I've discovered from the years of doing garlic that if you snip it right about here where the leaves start, like this, and you lay it on our, this is a custom designed and built drying cart that I built several years ago. It will literally hold about 1,000 pounds of garlic. This year we're only going to have about 200 pounds of garlic on the cart. So this whole top will be covered in garlic. And you put them on here like this, and when you snip it right here, this end will dry real quick over the next couple hours and kind of scab over, and then it will hold all the juice that's in the stalk will be stuck inside the stalk, and then as it lays on the cart for the next month, well, 3 to 4 weeks, that juice will slowly absorb and suck back into the bulb and give all the garlic flavor will go back into the cloves down here in the bulb, so the garlic will have a lot stronger, more garlicky flavor. So, well, we got it all picked. It's about a 300 foot row of garlic. We got about 150 pounds of garlic picked. You can see it on the drying cart over here, and we got that whole row picked, as you can see. And one thing that I found interesting was everywhere we stepped out here, we had to be careful not to step on my bees, and they're just everywhere. And I'll try to find one here. There's one little guy right here. Yeah, the bees are everywhere out here. We had to kind of be careful that we didn't step on them and smash them. But the clover this year is amazing. We got white clover. I got my cat here helping me out. We have white clover just everywhere in the yard this year. Just white clover, and the bees are loving it. I mean, it's, I think, a big reason why they're doing so well this year. We've had a bumper crop of wild white sweet clover. Okay, one thing I wanted to show you about the garlic is one thing most people don't realize is most of the garlic you buy in the stores is about this size here or smaller, and this here is German white hardneck garlic. Now, what makes hardneck garlic called hardneck is by the stem here. The neck of the garlic is hard, like almost like bamboo. You know, it's really stiff. And hardneck garlic is considered by almost everyone in the field gourmet garlic, which chefs prefer to use for cooking. Not everyone knows this, but most of the garlic you buy in the stores is not real hardneck garlic that you cook with. Most of it is soft neck garlic, which grows in warmer climates, like in the south, in the southern states, and out in California. And nowadays, most of the garlic you buy in the stores, you know, the grocery stores don't want to admit this, but most of the garlic in the stores you buy comes from China. and it's covered in chemicals that are extremely bad for you. And it's not real garlic, in my opinion. It's soft neck garlic that is grown in mass quantities in China with machinery, and they spray it with chemicals, pesticides and herbicides, and it's not good for you at all. I mean, there's been studies done on it, and it's just covered with tons of chemicals, and it doesn't even have near the same taste. I mean, real hard neck gourmet garlic has amazing flavor, and it's extremely healthy for you. This type of garlic is what is good for your heart. I eat a clove. There's about 4, 5 to 6 cloves in each bulb, and I eat a clove every day. Every morning I chew up a clove raw and swallow it with orange juice, and it's extremely healthy for you. It'll lower your cholesterol, help clean out your arteries. I mean, there's tons of research done on how good garlic is for your heart and cardiovascular system. Another thing is the size. You're never going to find garlic in the store that is as big as true hardneck garlic. Now I want you to compare. This is the size of most garlic you buy in the grocery store, and you're paying $1 to $2 a piece for these little garlics. Now look at the difference in the size from this to what some of the garlic that I have here. Now this one here is a big difference. You can see this one here is about 4 inches in diameter. This one here is about 1.5 inches, this little one. You can see that most of the garlic that I have on the trailer here is somewhere between 2.5 to 4 inches in diameter. That, I will say, this year's crop is amazing as far as size. I've never had a crop of garlic this big and healthy. It's very interesting. It seems like this year, I mean, for humans, for people, the world seems very turned upside down right now because of COVID and just everything that's happening around the world. A lot of tension and stress, but it just seems like nature is doing fantastic this year. The crops are amazing, the bees are doing great, the good insects are doing great. I've seen lots of butterflies this year that I've never seen before. Hummingbirds. We put out a feeder for the first time in years, and we have hummingbirds all over the place. It's really strange. It's like nature's just taking off and doing extremely well, but us humans are freaking out, over this whole virus thing, and it's just really strange this year. A lot of stress on people, but being out here in nature, though, takes a lot of that away from me, at least. Being out here on the farm and being able to just be out here. Well, it's in the evening here, and after getting done picking garlic, I decided to check my bees and see how things were going. And it's been about 2 weeks since my last video, and I thought maybe the bees might need another super on top to put more honey in. So I got inside and I checked the bottom super there, the tan colored one, and it's almost filled with honey in 2 weeks. So I added another one on top and put some more sugar syrup on top for the bees to help feed them, because there's so many of them. It'll help give the hive energy. So it wasn't really hot today, but on these summer days, the bees, well, the hive is so full right now. It's kind of crowded inside, so a lot of the bees can't even get in the front door. But it's also on these warm days, a lot of the bees who have been designated to be kind of the bees in charge of keeping the hive cool, kind of like the heating and cooling bees, they will cover the entrance hole with their bodies, and they will flap their wings really fast to act like an air conditioning unit to suck cooler air into the hive. So I'm gonna videotape them up close here so you can see the bees on the front that are trying to keep the hive cool. Right here is the entrance hole, and you can see all these bees here that are real active. They're trying to flap their wings as fast as they can and keep the hive cool. These guys up here are just kind of hanging out, trying to stay cool. Maybe wait until there's some room inside so they can go in the front door.